Well, good morning. It is manure spreader day. So we call the rental yard and they've got it for a couple days. So I go get it and use it for a couple days. I don't own a manure spreader because why would I tie up a lot of capital for something I use 2 days a year? But that's a different conversation. I can't get the PTO to hook up. And I'm fighting. God dang, what the heck is going on with this stupid thing? You know, you're trying to be in a hurry because you only get a couple days and blah, blah, blah. So I pull the stub shaft off. And I get looking at this one tooth here, one spline, is all beat up, and then this one and this one. And the last time I used this was on the round baler. And I think sure enough, look at that one's beat up there and there. When I had the small 1000 on the round baler, I was having problems getting the shaft hooked and unhooked. And then it started coming unhooked on its own. So I think I need to clean them spots up with a file, and then we'll hope it should be good on this one. But yeah, that baler yoke, whatever was going on there, because the more I roll this around, look at this spline here is all beat to hell, and that spline there is all beat to hell. Like, jeepers Christ, what on earth is going on here? So we'll get to filing and see if we can't clean it up. Well, there we go. Kind of got him cleaned up. We'll go try it. Shoot, let me touch that one. Let me touch that one a little bit more. Then we'll go try it. I got my rotary file up here, so it goes fast. Let me touch that one just a whisker more, and then we'll go see if it fits. Well, it's already, yeah, that works like a glove now. I had no chance of getting that on before. So let's zip that PTO on and get something done today. He can warm up for a few minutes. The grapple is nice because you can just come in here, take a push, squeeze. It doesn't all just pull out of your bucket. Yeah, this is our sacrifice area. So this is where we wintered the cows, and then during mud season in the spring, we kept them here a little extra time, just so they didn't mud up and rut up the pasture too much. Yeah, I kind of like this theory of just having a sacrifice spot, but there was roughly, I thought, that we had almost 300 bales or better hauled into this spot that the cows ate and digested, and what they didn't eat is here in a big steaming pile of poo. Well, yes, I am using guidance because that's part of our manure management our management strategy is that you do a nice even coverage across the field. We're not spreading manure, we're spreading carbon as far as I'm concerned. But as far as the government's concerned, you got a river right there, and they want you to do a good job with the manure, so I'm going to do a good job with manure, because if I don't do a good job with the manure, before too long, you have a guy from the government that says he's here to help me do a better job. And the problem is then he's watching you do your job, and then none of us are going to like that. And so, yeah. But I go slow. I'm not trying to shut. The floor, I think I have at a fairly good clip, a fast enough clip to get something done, but not so fast that the spreader can't do a good job. If that makes sense. I don't want the spreader just to shove it through the spreader and just have clumps. Let that spreader figure it out. Let it take some time and chew it up. bucket. Back up a little bit extra to give me time to do it one-handed. Go. It ain't too bad. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but it works slick. I like that little crawler because it, you know, crawler's made to load manure, and that's a hard product to move. And also the crawler doesn't tear up the field, you know, like a wheel tractor would do. And so I was almost tempted to put the 4430 on here on the spreader and use the Massey to load. But then you're like, I don't know. The Massey just works so much better, and believe it or not, uses less fuel. On a day like today, it would be a lot less fuel than the 4430. But yeah, all right. Good morning to day 3. Started the crawler, let him idle for a minute. Day 1 turned out to be just a zoo of no production. Crop insurance guy came in, determine if we have enough wheat to combine. We had 9 bushel, so we're going to combine it. And then customer after customer after customer showed up, and before you know it, you go in the yard at 9:30 to meet the insurance guy, and before you know it, it's 2 o'clock by the time I got back out here. Then we had a calf. Day 2, we had to end the day by taking the all-in-one back to the yard, because we had a calf in the morning, and that thing just slept all day. Never nursed. And the wife's like, it ain't nursing. I'm like, well, it ain't bawling. If it ain't bawling, it's sleeping, it's content. Don't know what to tell you. Finally, at the end of the day, we're like, okay, something, we can't go home without this thing nursing. So we come out, get the all-in-one, haul it up in there, and as we're setting it up, the calf starts nursing. I'm like, you little sucker. But yeah, and so now here we are, day 3. I've already covered the whole field once, and I'm almost halfway across again. And so I said, well, yeah, when you hauled out the 300 and 350 hay bales, you never accounted for the straw that you hauled out. And we hauled about, according to our straw pile, we brought out almost 100 straw bales. And yeah, at 20 pounds P and 50 pounds K per ton of hay, if it times 200, you know, assuming it was 1,000-pound bales, but they're a little heavier than 1,000 pounds. But just for easy math, that gives us, divide by 30, you got 100 and some odd phosphorus credits applied, and you know, almost 300 potassium credits applied to the field, and plus all the carbon and organic matter and the manure and everything that's in with all that hay. I mean, that's how you build this field up. That is exciting. And so we only got a few loads left, 4, 5, 6 loads left here, and so let's get it done.